Good evening. I want to take a moment first to mention Hurricane Irma and its current and future victims. Please consider donating to the relief effort before it even begins. I believe in the power of prayer, but only if there is a corollary action to accompany it. Prayerful people are moved to help other people. For today's video, I've decided to discuss politics. I know. Never talk politics or religion, but it is my channel, and I am okay with people disagreeing with me. I have often thought about running for office, and I may do so in the future. Right now, I believe that one major issue we face in the country is that many, if not most, of our politicians are out of touch with the regular person. They do not understand what it is like to struggle with debt, having to choose between a doctor visit and new shoes for your child, or dealing with layoffs and the increasing prices of goods. Therefore, I want to share 3 thoughts or topics with you concerning politics in this country as I see them. First, if I were a leader in a state that was expecting a massive hurricane such as Irma, I would try to coordinate the evacuation of everyone possible. I know so many make the argument that it is just too expensive, but the expense of rescue operations and the incalculable value of the loss of life is far greater, in my opinion. Issue number 2, healthcare. I believe that it is protected by the Constitution. Some politicians say that it is not a right, but it is a privilege. I believe it's a right. The Constitution says we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Everyone deserves to protect their life and pursue their happiness. However, if you are sick and at risk of dying, then you cannot be happy or pursue happiness. Unfortunately, healthcare is so expensive that some people must choose between their balance sheet and the ideals of the Constitution. Everyone should have access to proper care at a fair price. I'm not saying that everyone should pay the same price. If you're a smoker like I am, yeah, I should pay more. But there are far too many that cannot access healthcare because they do not make enough money. I would go into details about how I would solve it, but that would take far too long for a YouTube video, and I need to leave that in the holster in case I ever run for office. So why does healthcare not improve? Well, our politicians are too afraid of angering the insurance companies. After all, what would happen if they went out of business? Other industries have been regulated and even disappeared, but oh no, insurance companies cannot be in that category. It would be far too catastrophic. However, as with many things previously, they can stay in business to offer custom luxury plans and services for those that choose to afford it, if they are willing to adapt and change. I am picturing monthly massages, custom devices to monitor your health, and personal attendance during hospital stays. It would allow those that can afford it a better experience while also allowing the insurance companies to make their profits. But I ask you, when was the last time you used a travel agent? They have nearly disappeared, but our travel dollars have not. Nokia used to make paper, Nintendo used to make cards. They adapted and changed. Other companies did not, and they disappeared. Insurance companies have that choice. Finally, topic number 3, I believe we need a common sense approach to politics. There are so many extremes today. There's far too much partisan bickering and gamesmanship. It seems that you must be either right or left, conservative or liberal, but many people, like myself, live in the middle. For me, it is the common sense approach that allows a person to critically evaluate the extremes to find something that works for most. For instance, I think a person of sound mind and without a criminal record should be able to own a gun, maybe a few. But I do not think that they need 200 guns that include a 50 caliber rifle and 68,000 rounds of ammo. That's a little overkill. Also, the right would make you believe that the wealthy should not have any more taxes levied. But the left might say that they should be taxed nearly to death. I find it curious that the NFL, National Football League, although I love watching football, it's a nonprofit organization that pays no taxes, while small businesses, and not the titans of industry, accounted for 64% of new jobs between 1993 and 2011. Again, there is a common sense middle ground here. We can remove loopholes that allow massive corporations to profit unchecked and provide incentives to small businesses that account for greater job creation. The NFL profits in the billions. Should they not be paying some taxes? While at the same time, the small companies that are providing 30 jobs in a small town, should they have to pay greater taxes or should they have incentives? It does not have to be one extreme or the other, regardless of what your politicians and pundits may have told you. That is my 2 cents, and I wish you all well.